As a practitioner of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, my weakest link, of course, maybe like everybody else, is JavaScript. I mean, just learning this language, just learning the basics of it, the logic, how to work with global and local variables and several other ways of writing to construct complicated things, it's just very hard. For people wanting to learn the code, just knowing and writing HTML and CSS on their own will not earn you any money. But as of today, all that changes. Now, it's been a minute since I uploaded consistently to this channel, but when I have something vital to share, it would be criminal, honorary, and selfish of me not to do so. And I have great news for you. So in this time of AI, you can leverage those basic skills to build things that were not available to you before because of those skill deficiencies. So not knowing JS as a mere skills deficiency isn't a problem now thanks to AI, but utilizing that technology has made me realize just how much I was missing out on building really cool stuff if I did have a deep fundamental understanding, or even just knowing vanilla JS. Now, with that said, I'm going to tell you that you need to move away from being this coding, programming purist to being an idea to execution, problem solving person. And it's not about how well you can code, but how well you can implement your ideas, utilize the resources, and find problems to solve and combine those talents to solve said problems. When it comes to writing prompts for AI, you need to move away from the word prompt itself. So I look at writing a prompt as something you would like see in middle school. So here's an example. Tell me about a time that you got scared on summer vacation. That's mere child's play. Those simplistic play school Fisher-Price prompts are designed to get kids to really think in detail with very little instruction. And with AI, the inverse is true. You need to provide a really deep instruction in order for it to give you the output that you're looking for. We have to remember that when it comes to AI, we are speaking to something that is desolate. It's not a life form, it is a soulless machine, and we need to get better at providing it those instructions. Switch your verbiage from prompting to instructions. Now, believe it or not, I'm now creating other income opportunities with only HTML and CSS, with AI doing all the heavy lifting of any JavaScript outputs. And I'm building products for teachers that are offline applications. I'm making games and other tools that can just be used as standard HTML files as offline websites for teachers and other avatars to be able to use, as well as offering solutions for other markets that I just couldn't before because I didn't have the skill set. Man, I moved from trying to be this hardcore legacy developer to now a problem miner, just digging for dilemmas and trying to offer the shovels to those people who need the solutions. I now spend more time thinking about a target market, what problem they have, and as a teacher, it's easier for me to understand the pain points and needs of educators because I'm already a teacher. I'm already here in education. So I think I'm already off to a great start. And really all I've done was use AI to solve some of my own problems, technology-wise, and implement them to be able to sell to other people that I know who have the same problems that I do. So let me get a bit granular on this. Let me kind of give you a glimpse into what I was talking about. And here being a teacher, one problem that I had. The internet kept going out at our school, and I have to rely on all these web apps, these subscription services and everything else. But since I have my current web development expertise, I can actually build my own applications for those specific problems and use them as offline learning opportunities for the students. So I solved my own problem that I had. And to make these small applications, majority of the time I'm writing like 500 to 1,000 words or more, like documentation instructions to cover every aspect of the web app, from the design, the specs, and even the code. Even if I need to tell it to, I create a button and I'm saying include this CSS button with a class of this into the code. It is my suggestion. I don't want to tell you what you do, but it's my suggestion that you need to shift your focus from only coding to learning how to provide deep, detailed instructions for AI tools that you're using. Not telling you to stop coding though. Here's a cool tip from a gentleman that appeared on the Ash Cash podcast that talked about a good way of getting instructions to the AI to where you fully flesh it out and you don't leave any stones unturned.
This is even the gym. Let me give y'all some. I want y'all to really, because there's so much opportunity.
Yeah.
Here's what I tell you how you get something that you don't have to keep prompting, because the biggest issue with tech is prompting.
Yeah.
Right. So you could put a paragraph. I wanted to do this, but that ain't gonna really do it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how you win. Here's what you do. Let's say you're using something like Lovable. This is why people don't use Lovable properly. Here's what you do. When you have an idea, you go to the tutorial section and you copy all of their documents. Okay, you don't have to, like, here's what people don't do. You download all of their, not download but one by one, you just copy and paste.
Yeah.
You throw it right into Lovable, into the instruction section. Now it knows exactly how the platform of Lovable works from A to Z.
Yeah.
Because it's trying to figure out what are you building first.
Right.
So this is how you master AI. You throw, most people don't do this, and they don't do this. Which is why they don't get something, good.
Yeah.
You copy all the documents, their help session you copy and paste it. You throw it right into Lovable, into the instruction section or Claude, whatever you're using, and you say, create me a document like this that does this, based on the specifications of Rourke or Lovable. And it's gonna give you an exact spreadsheet and everything.
Wow.
Then you take that and you tell Lovable or Rourke or Bolt to create me an app that does this, and this. You're gonna have something 95%. I think I saw a stat, which is what we're going to talk about next, is that 95% of people who vibe code or go into these apps, they never launch it to make money. And the reason why they never launch it is because they never understand the specifics of how these platforms work. When you give AI the exact framework of how it works, you're going to get something beautiful.
As web developers, your skill set is not obsolete. In fact, it requires you to be more creative and think outside the box. So again, this video is not a call to tell you to stop coding and learning more, because if you enjoy that, continue to do it because I do. But I'm just encouraging you to steroid your development with the inevitable tech that is AI, because I believe we're in a very small window of opportunity to profit appropriately before AI goes full iRobot and Age of Ultron on us. I'm telling you, that window is very small right now. So you see, while companies were ready to discard your skill set and say you don't know anything and you as a person, they don't value you as a developer, there's another market that's ready to receive what you have to offer, even if it is just an HTML and CSS skill set. If you're like a more intimate one-on-one and you want me to show you what I'm talking about and you want to have a consultation, click the link below in the description or pinned comment. Okay, if you want to learn more in terms of how to combine your skill set with AI to really excel you to a point to where you don't feel stuck and you're not making these stupid videos about how you can't find a job and how bad the job market is. Woe is me. So anyway, if you don't want that person to be you, get with me and we can talk. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.